Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, awesome. Come on in. So if you are watching this replay, make sure to hashtag replay so that I know that you were here. My replay squad is everything, and I certainly do appreciate you every single day for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hashtag replay as well, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. So while Facebook is doing its thing, make sure you let me know who you are and where you're from. And while Facebook is letting you know that I'm live, I'm going to be sharing this out to a few of my favorite spots so that we can, of course, get down with the get down. Hello, good morning. All right. Let me get to sharing this out in a few of my favorite spots, and then we're going to get going. Okay, that's part of it. Okay, almost there. I hope you're really having a fantastic day. Any day that we get to do this all over again is always an opportunity. So don't waste it. Absolutely don't waste it. All right, there we go. The tablet's moving slow this morning. Good grief. Ham and cheese sandwiches. All right, we're almost there, y'all. Almost there. I forgot the part about, how far to tell you to skip ahead to get to the content. So my bad. I apologize. Let me put this in one more spot, and then we'll be ready to go. Hello. Put this in one more spot, and then we are going to get ready to go. All right, awesome sauce. That is done. Okay, so before I get started, I want to let you know too that the Winning Women Network is having a Foundations of Business roundtable at noon Eastern time today, 9 a.m. Pacific, on the Winning Women Network fan page. We're going to be having a live broadcast there. It's going to be myself, Nevermore Harris, who's an awesome bookkeeper, and Aldrima Harper from Success Biz Academy. So mark your calendars, be there at noon Eastern time today. And if you're actually in the Winning Women Network, there's a thread in there to post your questions just in case you can't make it. So we'll, make every attempt to get to your question. All right. Okay. So now that's out of the way, I want to welcome you to the show. Welcome to Tax Talk. My name is Lysandra Everett. I am the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. Tax Talk airs Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish. And when you tune into my show, you're going to hear about topics that are important to home business owners, my community. And today, I got a question about errors. What are the top 5 errors that home business owners make repeatedly? Okay. The person that asked, she said, what are the things that drive you absolutely nuts? So these are going to be the things that drive me absolutely bonkers, because number one, I see it happen all the time, and I see it happen over and over and over and over and over again. And boy, am I here to hopefully make these things stop. All right. Number one, and they're in no particular order. Let me say that these are the top 5, but they are in no particular order. They just all drive me nuts. Okay, number 1 is street committee tax advice. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. As home business owners, we really cannot afford this. And let me explain why. When it comes down to your W-2 part of your life, some of our business owners, still have their jobs, and some people, have jobs and are thinking about getting in business, but your W-2 life is pretty much straightforward. If it's just you and your W-2, quite honestly, you really don't need a professional to do that. You put numbers in, it spit numbers out. Now, do you need, probably wealth building financial advice? Absolutely. But if it's just you and your W-2, nothing special going on in your life, hey, I'm for it. Go, you can go get you some TurboTax. You can use IRS e-file, to file your taxes. If I am the tax professional who makes her money by preparing taxes, I'm telling you, taxpayer, that if it's just you and your W-2, you really don't need a whole bunch of tax advice, dude. I'll tell you something, all right? But for home business owners, this is completely different, okay? Because there are a lot of there are a lot of things that you need to know. You need to know the rules for your deductions and all of that, not just listening to, you know, somebody say, oh yeah, well, if you put a sticker on your car with your company name on it, then all of your miles are tax deductible, or you can deduct this and deduct that. And if you're getting this information from people who are not tax professionals, you are putting yourself in jeopardy. Because the only person that is going to be responsible for any consequences is you. Google University, YouTube University. Listen, you cannot get your tax advice just from Google, YouTube, and my Facebook Lives. It just doesn't work because every situation is different. What applies to one person isn't necessarily going to apply to another. So get off the streets and go and actually invest in hiring a professional. The money that you invest in hiring a professional is going to be worth that 10 times over with the amount of money that you're going to save in paying taxes. So stop going to Ray Ray's Chop Shop, getting your tax advice, the barbershop, the hair salon, all of that. Please, oh please, hire a professional. That's number one. Okay, number two, the second biggest mistake that I believe home business owners make is thinking about taxes only at tax time. At tax time, it is entirely too late. You need to be thinking about taxes, you know, like nowish, right? Because it's at this time of the year where you need to go back and look over your numbers and make some decisions. Are you showing a surplus of profit where instead of paying taxes, you may want to go reinvest in your business? Do you have enough tax money set aside? Whatever you need to go. Now is the time where you need to be sitting down with your tax professional, your CPA. Got my fabulous CPA friend, Miss Melinda Abbott, on here, you guys. And so now is the time to be looking over your numbers to figure out where you are financially, because when you come and sit down in front of, the tax professionals and CPAs at tax time, and then you got to write a check, we ain't magicians. That's not what we do. You give us the information. We put it where it belongs. We tell you what you owe if you owe. And, don't tell us to fix it. That's not what we do, okay? We ain't Harry Potter. We ain't Merlin. So the wrong time to be thinking about taxes is tax time. You need to be thinking about this now. This is the time to do some planning to see, okay, do you need to prepay some expenses? Do you need to reallocate some funds somewhere else? What do you need to do to reduce your tax liability? Because come December 31st, 11:59 and 59 seconds, okay, everybody turns back into a pumpkin. We start all over. So please don't wait. Please don't wait until tax time to be thinking about taxes, because that does not work out for you. All right. So now is tax planning season. Okay, there you go. And the other thing too is this, is during tax season, we are not in advisor mode. We are in tax preparation mode. As far as busy time goes, tax season is our busiest time of year because we are busy preparing taxes. So we are not in advisory mode. Advisory mode is now, like after we recover from tax season. So let's call it June, okay? Because we need some sleep after 4 months of working our butts off, right? So from June to, to really the end of the year, that's the time that you really want to focus on advisory and planning time. Definitely not during tax season. That is not sexy. We don't do it. It's just not cute. Okay, number 3, operating in the wrong structure. Okay, again, this kind of goes along with the street committee tax advice, right? Somebody said, you need to go get a C corporation. You need to go get an S corporation. You need to go get an LLC. The first thing that you need to be asking is, are you a professional? If they are not a professional, then zip it. You need to go and sit down with the professional, because what structure works for one person may not work for you. Yeah, an S corporation might be a good fit for you, but it might not be a good fit for me. A C corporation might be a good fit for somebody else. Okay, it's not a one size fits all. And so you sit there and go talk to your Uncle Joe, right? Because he done read a book. He done went and read what's that book by Robert Kiyosaki about the four quadrants or whatever, right? Okay, so what you need to do is really sit down with a tax professional, a CPA, and figure out what structure is really going to be best for you. Because the other thing that we're going to tell you is exactly what's involved with maintaining that structure. It's not that, woo, I just go set me up an LLC and I'm cool. No, that's not it. There's other stuff that's involved on the paper side of maintaining your business structure that you have to comply with on federal and state levels. And you don't know that by listening to Ray Ray down the street, okay? So operating in the wrong business structure, this is why you need professionals to say, hey, based on what your tax liability is, you can be doing something completely different. All right. So that's why it's important to talk to somebody and make sure you are operating in the right structure. Sole proprietor, that's where we start, might not be where we stay. You might move to an LLC. It might move and progress, and then make that progress. But you got to know, based on, the tax liability and, all the other benefits, what's going to be the best structure for you. Okay, so number 3 is operating in the wrong structure. Number 4, lack of accounting. You guys, okay. So let's talk about this whole accounting thing, because for some business owners, you hear the word bookkeeping and accounting, and then your brain just goes, oh my God, no. And you just totally pass out, okay? This is why, again, you need professionals. But the lack of accounting is really crucial because number 1, so accounting, just a short version of what accounting is really knowing where your money is coming from and where it's going on a detailed level. You need to know, okay, if you got 19 revenue streams, right? I heard this, this popular company, how do you think it would feel to have 19 checks coming in? Okay, that's great. You can have 19, you can have 45 checks coming in. But if you don't know that, in one of those checks, you're only making 30 cents a month, but yet you're spending $45 to have it, that is an accounting thing. That starts to help you make intelligent decisions about where to focus your business. You need to know that if you're really making $1,000 a month revenue from speaking, but you're only, really speaking once, you're like, okay, maybe I need to do more speaking. Perhaps, right? So what accounting does is it really gives you a snapshot of the health of your business. You can start making decisions about how to streamline your business. Maybe, a revenue stream is great, but it's really not profitable, really not working out for your business. So you chuck that one and you put more time and effort towards something else that may be bringing in more revenue. And on the expense side, you're sitting here looking and saying, what is this that I'm paying for? What is it doing for my business? Why do I still have it? If you don't know where your money is going, you cannot make intelligent decisions about spending your money, okay? So this is what accounting, bookkeeping, that's what this does for you. It lets you know where it's coming from, where is it going? And then at, this time of year is the time to be looking to say, okay, is it worth me to continue to pay this expense? Is it worth it for me to still try to generate this revenue from this revenue stream? Okay. This is what being in business is about. We are here to be for-profit businesses. We are here to make the money. If we ain't making money, and we don't know, if you don't know where your money is coming from, how do you know how much money you're making? Can I tell you how many home business owners don't know how much money they make per year? They got a ballpark figure, but I'm not talking about just gross revenue, right? When it comes down to the end of the year, are you running a for-profit business or are you running at a loss, right? Are you sitting here running a nonprofit in the discomfort of your own home? A lot of us are doing that and we don't know because we have zero accounting. Okay, have I beat the accounting horse to death? Okay, for real. All right, so number 5, last but not least, is the lack of proper documentation. If y'all don't quit throwing these receipts away, please do yourself a favor. If you are the absolute worst at keeping up with your receipts, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, put an envelope in your car. Get you a manila envelope, mark it receipts, keep it in your car. Number 2, set up a specific email address for people that email receipts. So if you get a physical receipt, then you can put it in your envelope. If you get an electronic receipt, if they email your receipts, then you have one specific email address that contains your receipts, because it is the receipts that substantiate your deductions for your expenses, not a line on your bank statement, not a line on your credit card statement. No, absolute receipts. Even canceled checks, because there are still places that that take checks, and some places that require checks, believe it or not. All right. But even a canceled check on its own is not enough to substantiate the expense. You need to have a canceled check and an invoice to go along with said canceled check. So I'm going to need for you to keep up with these receipts and see if you got receipts. Then you can do the bookkeeping, right? Then when you can do the bookkeeping, you can see how much money you making and how much money you spending. And then you can decide, dude, maybe I need to be operating in a different structure because maybe I'm paying too much in taxes. Then you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to go hire a professional, someone whose job is to stay up on tax and accounting law to hook me up so that I'm operating as profitable as I can be. So all of these things tie together, all right? All of it does. So no, listen, hold on a minute. Now, come tax season, don't y'all come in our face with all these receipts now. That's why you need to hire a bookkeeper, okay? Hire a bookkeeper. Please hire a bookkeeper. Get you some QuickBooks, okay, so that you can start documenting all of these expenses. Can y'all do that? Please, can y'all do that? All right. Because here's the deal. And see, then you want to come dump these receipts in our lap, and then you don't want us to charge you for reconciling these receipts. No. Right? No. Number one, that's not what we do. Can we do it? Absolutely. But it's going to cost you. So don't think you're going to come dump a year's worth of receipts in our laps and we're just going to figure it out for free. No. Okay? Because that's taking up our professional time when we can be servicing customers who are paying us. Okay? So that's why you hire your team. Okay, you hire the bookkeeper, you hire the tax professional, you hire the CPA, because this is what we do. Okay, this is what we do, and we're on your side. Okay, can I tell y'all that CPAs, tax people, we're actually on your side, and people don't like us, right? Like, why don't you like us? We're trying to help you keep more of your money. Or is it that you don't like to pay us? Now that might be it. But okay, so listen, that's the top 5, you guys. That's the top 5 mistakes I see home business owners continually making. And even if, you can be just starting your business, right? You're like, listen, I'm just starting my business today. I don't have any money to go hire, the tax professional and all that. Ain't nobody said you got to be on retainer. But the money that you invest, even to spend an hour with a professional, is gonna save you thousands. At least they're gonna be able to give you the financial direction that you need in order for you to start building from the ground up. Okay, it's worth it for you to do that, and it's tax deductible. Okay. It's tax deductible too, but you need the foundation in order for you to grow, profitably and grow in a structured manner. All right. So that's it, you guys. That's my top 5. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to Tax Talk with Lysandra Everett. Again, we're here Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock-ish, and we come here to get your questions answered. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Bye.